All right, beloved. So, the more I look into this thing, I believe a feature of this existence is getting turned on. There are people that are features to this existence, turned on by the powers above, whom we are an image of. We're not an image because there's a guy or a woman up there. We're an image because we, through our nervous system and spirit, right, are able to create an image on the bones, right? Like a liquid crystal display. A living crystalline display, right? Out of your nervous system. The display is the image of your skin and your countenance, the organization thereof. Because the power, Saturn, when he's saying he's looking at us, we look like a skeleton to him. The parts he has part of, the outermost reaches, the limit, which we cannot pass in our present format, the bones, right? The limits for things, has set limit for that, right? Limits for your individuality, limits for your individual format and morphology, and spiritual indicators for your individuality, right? Through your astrology and your physical format. There's an astrology of the body, the face, the hand, the mind, the existence, because we're that. The gods are the planets, the stars, and the consciousness that formatted this, right? So, we believe that format is waking up because we're at the end of the age. The age's precession has to do with the zodiac, right? The time wheel, right? The months, the days, right? The hours, which relate to the planets. The cosmic gears that function this place. When a certain thing happens, an age can get started even under unrighteous means. That's what happened here. An age that broke out. Now, the power, as it says, doesn't stir the age. A set measure is still given, even though it's not supposed to look that way. A huge correction's coming, right? Because this was supposed to be an age of Pisces with Jupiter ruling, supposed to be benefic. Well, the age started, right, with the crucifixion of what's his name, lies and deception at every level, funny administrative games and financing that have been going up and down ever since. It's a non-correct age. It was a hijacked age. Jupiter came into the age as a murderer. Crucified Mars. Sorry, Jordan Maxwell. The sun was not part of the age of Aries. Who got murdered was the man Mars. He was living a righteous life out at the end of his age. The age had been established, and he was paying his restitution, right? Because he messed up somewhere, right? Because he started the age righteously. He was supposed to make war. Jupiter was not supposed to take out the age as leader and to put himself in administrative authority, right? They weren't supposed to take out the Jews. You can't figure that out. It goes back to that. The biblical script's been shooken, cut up, and reformatted. It was never supposed to be compiled like King James did. It was never supposed to be compiled because there was so much lies in this shit. We're really supposed to be keeping the Torah, that's it. You new people, you have no reason to keep anything more than Acts 15, which is also a lie, an administrative slide. Either way, a feature's getting turned on, right? The world is going to look different than you think because you don't live in a realm where everybody gets an opportunity. That's not how it works. It doesn't even work that way now. The gods are going to rule again. And they make you guys think that there's all this stuff that goes on. It's really just preeminent authority given from the powers above. There are certain people, astrologically, that are pure, that have planets in their fucking astrology, that are the gods, that are the things that we're supposed to be looking at, that are the stirrers of the pot. And the people you're seeing have been given those attributes. They're not normally like that. They have to get it through witchcraft. They get in with covens and people who take lives in order to... They're killing to get popular, right? They're just killing to be popular. They're just killing to get that movie to make good numbers. That's actually what they're doing. That's how they're making the age go. It's an unrighteous age, right? The children of murderers. Some of that stuff in the scripture is true. The correction of an age. We're there. We're there, beloved. Y'all gotta understand that, yes, the shake, rinse, repeat, frappe, pour out, everybody read happened, right? Apocalyptic Judaism is the thing. The power shakes, rinses, and repeats the ages. This one broke out unrighteously, right? So he does this stuff so you can't just be like, oh, this is what's coming next. This is what's coming next. Well, you need to know the planet rules the age. And ultimately, if a planet screws up on the beginning of the age, Saturn takes it over. That's why it looks like a Saturn age. Because Saturn had to make sure the things that Jupiter did didn't break out everywhere. The whole world has God technology. These, especially the Moabites and the Ammonites, the tiny-eyed incest babies ain't supposed to have shit. God damn it. Big problem. And the Arabs are supposed to have more. We are screwing up. And we're going to get a little correction too. In the midst of it. Listen, 180 years got screwed up wrong. 180 years gets paid back. 180 years, Saturn's going to use his favorite guy to bring it in. Later, beloved.